How was CPS?
I'm
Chicago Public Schools.
Yeah,
Chicago don't know.
Public Schools. Actually, I know someone that has my homie Nick, actually Fonte. He's an artist too. Shout out Nick. He has the tattoo of CPS on his arm, and I kind of want one because I do feel like you go through CPS.
You
like
go
you
through some
earn
shit.
a tattoo.
Yeah.
You earn a tattoo with CPS because it's just you have. There's so many CPS teachers that are they're characters. You had your real good teachers, you know, like there's real good teachers. And then you had the ones that are just like, man, like, how'd you
pass? How are you a teacher?
Right.
Why do you hate kids? And why did you choose a profession with them?
Yeah. You know, like there is a lot of funny CPS teachers. CPS lunch food was an interesting thing. Like before a big exam, you think you want, you know, something really healthy. Our usual was a super donut. And it's this actually it's so delicious but so bad for you.
So bad
like
for you. That's why I was like
right.
Yeah.
But it was a super donut. Maybe you got an apple. You know, and it was probably not like your best looking apple either.
Like a crab apple.
It was like it was not an enticing apple at all. And then your little milk. And then, but it was classic CPS pizza, where like little cardboard boxes of pizza,
right?
Almost. But it tasted good somehow, in a weird way.
Yeah, no, we definitely had crappy lunches too, but I don't remember it like super standing out. I didn't really buy lunch in high school, but in middle school, I definitely did. But mostly, I would just bring food. Like I find that just bringing food has been like the history of my experience in school. I don't know.
I was totally on CPS lunch.
Yeah.
Trying to switch, you know, give you my applesauce if you give me your pudding.
Yeah, the trades. The classic trades. No, it's true.
But yeah, CPS was interesting. But shout out to CPS because it actually made me who I am today because it builds you stronger. You're going to school with your average everyday kid who's just like you know.
Yeah.
One cool thing about my grammar school in particular is that it was a magnet school, so we were all bussed in from different parts of the city. So it was cool. Like usually there's a lot of neighborhood schools in Chicago, and so everybody kind of knows each other from the neighborhood. But it was really nice having friends. Like I would go to their parties or birthday parties and kind of learning Chicago in a weird way like that too.
Yeah, and I bet you got like familiar with the transportation and everything too.
Yeah.
Just having to do that. Like, did you ride a bus to school?
Yeah, it was a bus. They picked us up on a bus. But just period, growing up, we didn't have like my dad would have cars usually, but if it was just me and us and our mom, like for the most part, we did ride public transportation. Yeah. The Brown Line all day.
Yeah, right.
But
that's something I had no experience of in Florida. There's no trains.
Yeah, there isn't.
There's no trains. You have to drive 10 minutes everywhere.
And honestly, some of my earliest memories in life are riding the train. I can remember like kind of looking up the thing where like the CTA people, the conductors are like when you enter, and I wouldn't be able to like see them. And back then they had these little tokens for the CTA, and we would lie my age. Like I was like 4 for like 7 years because I was just like a tiny kid. But like my mom, because you would ride for free. Yeah. You know, after a certain age or before a certain age, and I remember being like lying, like feeling like I was doing something like crazy. Like my mom would be like, "Remember, you're such 4. And such, right? Yeah. 4. Okay."
It's like, all right, mom.
Yeah.
Cool. I get to pretend.
And no one ever asked. Like no one was
ever. Of
course
not. No one's ever gonna stop you. Yeah, I know. That's one of those things where I've seen a lot of little things like that in my life where I used to care about those things in high school, and then I look at them now as an adult. I'm like, oh, nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
No one cares. And I mean, part of it's probably the culture has evolved. So part of it, I think, is just like, and I'm probably referencing more specifically with weed in this case, but I think although the culture's evolved on weed, I also think just adults generally don't care that much. But as a kid, you think everybody does.
Yeah, everything is such a big deal.
Everything's huge. Everything is like it's the 5 minutes before the show's about to go on and you don't have any clothes to jump on the stage, you know?
Yeah.
It's always a big deal.
Yeah.